All right, so here's another Releather just finished. This one's a custom of a women's NXT championship. This is a kid's belt. I really enjoyed working on this one because I got some kind of, it was creative freedom, I guess you could call it. The customer said what they wanted and told me to just go with it. So yeah, it's also nice to work on a kid's belt. You know, I'm used to doing belts for adult males, like myself. It's my own collection. So it's nice to do one that's actually for a kid. Kind of reminds me of when I was that age. This customer wanted the standard tooling along the main plate here. So you got that's actually a floral pattern that's the same that is used on the Hogan 85 and Hogan 84 as well. But this is where you get into the custom. The original belt would have had 2 strips here with the logo, WWE logo in the middle. Obviously I can't do logos, but it would have had 2 strips there. When they came, we talked about a number of different things, possibilities, options, and colors and whatnot. And I said, well, why don't we do a font, but they wanted a name on it. So instead of doing a straight font, do something with a little bit of a curve to it. So I used Adobe Photoshop to alter the text and give it kind of a flow. And there's some on both sides, the other end as well. And this was the result. And then I painted it. They wanted the date, the birthday as well on the 0430. So I added that. And then I textured the back. I wasn't sure about that initially, but I really I think that turned out kind of cool. The way around. The other end. My logo. And you've got the cadence, the first name and the last name over here. Mason, for those of you in my Canadian belt groups, you're probably going to know who this guy is. He's a regular. We all know Don. Yeah. The painting on this, I mean, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of work doing this painting. My other leather guys who are watching this will know that this is because you have to transfer the letters and then you have to etch them into the leather or cut them into the leather. Then you have to bevel the whole thing. Then you have to paint the lower layer, the purple, and then paint the pink on top. Each one's 4 or 5 coats to cover the black dye. And then you got to put a top coat on it. It's a big undertaking, but man, just the way it sort of contrasts with the plates, I like it a lot. I hope they do as well. I haven't seen it yet, so yeah. The backing, pink. Don't do a lot of pink backing belts. They wanted the screws exposed. That was deliberate customer's request, so I left it that way. I don't do a lot of pink backings. This was a little bit of a worry to find, but I kind of totally lucked out and found a beautiful piece of leather when I went to my leather store that they had. It wasn't even on the shelf yet. It was kind of in the back. They were sorting through piles of leather that had just arrived. And this is the only, everything else was like this dark, like fuchsia. Whereas this, I think, matches the stones pretty well. I believe this belt has been restoned. If it's not, those are some of the nicest stones I've seen on a replica belt. I never asked. But yeah, I'm glad I got the opportunity to work on this one. It was unique. It was a challenge, but man, it was fun. I'm happy with how it turned out. That is a kid's replica of the NXT Women's Champion with custom tooling. Thank you for watching.